Weaponeer here with one of my Flora lights, and I did a video on these lights to show you how they work and basically how to set them up and tell you about it. Well, this time, rather than tell you all about it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to install a softbox on it. And the last time I didn't show you a softbox, but this time I am. Now, in order to set up one of the older style softboxes, I've got the older softboxes for my QL1000s, and those are a pain in the butt to go ahead and put up. You've got all these little rods. You've got 4 rods. You got an aluminum base, and then you have the softbox material, and you have to go ahead and put the softbox in there. You got to stick the rod on each end and try to do it without breaking or bending the rods. If you do it normally, it's going to bend the rods a little bit, no matter what. So every time you set up one of those soft boxes, you're basically, wearing it. You're destroying it. Basically, you don't want to set it up too many times. Number one, it's too much of a pain, and number two, every time you do that, you're damaging the rods. Well, Flora came up with the Easy Softbox, and this is the softbox for the Flora Light by Linco, and nice and simple. To install this, all you do is you grab a hold of the string at the top, and then you grab a hold of this white base here, and you pull the string, you're done. The softbox is now assembled. It's that simple. It's just like an umbrella. It's an extremely easy setup, a wonderful idea. How they came up with that is just phenomenal. It's one of those things that why don't all the other ones do it the same way? And it sure would make everybody's life a lot easier. Now basically what you want to do is you want to insert that in the center and try to tighten it down. I always seem to be on the wrong side when I do this. And see if I can tighten it down here. I like to get mine pretty tight, and I mean not so tight it's going to break or anything like that, but I had it loosened up quite a bit and makes my job a little bit easier. Now, once it's screwed on there, it's just 2 little thumb screws. You just take this outer piece and okay, you're done. Now you have yourself a softbox. This right here is set up more as a reflector right now, and in order to continue with the setup, you would have to install your light bulbs. And you can install up to 6 lights in here. So typically you would use the normal video lights. I think I'm using 55K. And so you install your 6 lights and you screw them in like any other light bulb. And what you do then, you take your diffuser. If you want diffused light, typically you want diffused light, and all you do is you take your diffuser and you just plop it on there. It's just Velcro, and then you just pop it on that side and there and there and okay, it's installed. The speed of this is just incredible. Here I'm not even trying to do it very quickly, and it's just so easy. And now you can go ahead and position it any way you want to go ahead and destroy my lighting. It's one of the problems once you get something big like this in the way it blocks my light. Now basically your color is going to really depend on the bulbs you put in there. So if you put 55K or 65K, or it's going to give off that color temperature of light. Now there is a means of changing the color temperature of the light. Typically a fluorescent will give a slightly cooler look, a brighter, crisper white than the like the quartz halogen, my QL1000s. They give off a more orangish color, and it kind of gives nice flattering skin tones and things like that. So this right here really brings out all the, everything turns out really nice. My shirt turns out really nice. All the colors are true, and I really love that about it. But if you want to go ahead and, like right now, this time of year, this is the beginning of spring, and I have yet to go outside when it's even had a nice sunny day. We're still got snow on the ground. So right now is not the best time to be showing off a tan. So right now it's going to be very difficult to go ahead and make someone's skin tone look flattering. But you can do that, and you can cheat just a little bit, and I'll show you how to do that with a Flora. Now, here's the Flora. And in order to do that, it's really simple. It takes two things. Take the C47 and a gel. This is the gel. And this one right here, I do not remember the exact number for this one. Each one of them have a special temperature and stuff like that. And this is as far as I'm concerned, this is my dark one. All you do is you take a clothes clip, and they use these in the film industry. Hard to believe, but that's how they get their name. How they get that name? Well, I think they ran out of other names. But all you do, normally I would use four of these, but all you need to do is just take this. It's probably really screwing with my audio. Oop. I didn't do it hard enough. Okay, there we go. Like I said, normally I would use four, one on each corner, but in this demonstration, I took one of my four from another light. I only use one of the gels. I was considering, and I still might go ahead and change it. Right now I'm using the lightest color. It's several shades lighter than this. And basically I use that on my Flora Light. It's up high. And that's basically acting as the sun for me. It's coming down and it's doing all the fills. So it's giving, and with the color on there, it's giving a slightly warmer color tone. So it's making the skin color tones and things like that look a little bit nicer for me. And so that right there, being a little lighter, is able to go ahead and give me a slightly warmer tone, warmer color temperature. And if I wanted an even warmer color temperature, I would use the darker one. And that's all you're using. You just use, you're changing the color temperature of the light. And so you don't need a quartz halogen light in order to get the nice warmer color temperatures, the nice better skin tone looking temperatures. And just use these. These right here, the gels. Well, I got this for $3. And so $3 for a gel. I got 3 of them. I am a big spender. And so, but I only have 3 lights, 3 of the Floras. I eventually will get more. And basically, if you take a look in the movies, what they do in the movies, and there's a few directors that are really famous for it, what they do is they take big lights, kind of like these, and they put them outside, and so they're shining in through a window. And what they do is they put like a bluish color gel on the outside, so it's coming in, and then on the inside they use like an orangish gel, so you get these really bright colors. So in the background they use a blue, and in the foreground they use more of the orangish yellows, so they're bringing out the color tones, the skin tones and things like that. It's more richer color and things like that. So you can easily adjust your color. You can make it cooler or you can make it warmer just by using gels or by using the proper proper color temperature lights to begin with. But typically you want to go ahead and match your lights for the situation. If you're shooting like a small film, then you would go ahead, and I didn't bring it. I've got a lux meter, and it's a light meter, and I could go ahead and check my light here. And if I wanted to replicate this light, then I'd go ahead and have those settings written down. If I was A few days later, if I wanted to replicate that, I'd come back and I'd set it up exactly the same way, and I'd make sure I get the same light setting. Because if you set up and you don't get the same light settings, if you go from one scene to another scene, it's going to go from bright lights to warmer lights to cooler lights, and it's going to really mess with you. It just ruins the flow of the action. So every time you had to make sure that you get the proper temperatures. And so that's why I've got the light meter, so I can go ahead and once I find a light temperature that I really like, and I do mess with my lights quite a bit, once I get a temperature that I like, I tend to try to keep it at that specific temperature. So there you go. This right here, once again, this is the Flora Light box called the Softbox. Actually, it's the Easy Softbox. It is the easiest softbox that I know of in the industry to set up. It takes mere seconds. And that's one of the reasons why I like it. It's easy to go ahead and put away just as fast. Very simple to use, very simple to install and put away, and it gives a nice rich color as you've seen from my videos. I highly recommend them. And if you're getting into more advanced lighting tricks and things like that, keep your mind about trying gels and things. You can go ahead and try a lot of different colors to light the scene, basically, and make it portray a different mood. You can go ahead and make things look a little brighter, crisper, or you can make it look more warm and or you can change it, make it darker, and basically make it more moody. So you can control emotion just with lights, and that's what it's all about. So, and this is basically all about YouTube lighting. So I'm not getting into the really high-tech stuff. And typically they use a lot of the gels in backgrounds for photography. So they would use like a white background and two different color gels, and they light the background with the gels, and it creates a really nice gradient color in the back, right behind the person being shot for photography. And then they use the big soft boxes, or one soft box, to go ahead and light them, so they're lit up correctly, but the background has a nice nice glowing blue look or something like that. You get the idea. But in our case, stuff like this is all you need. Highly recommend the Flora Lights. They made a major difference in my videos. My quality went way, way, way up when I started using the Flora Lights. And I think if you're looking for some lights, this is what you should be looking at. And not just by me saying that, because there's a lot of people out there that will go ahead and say, use these lights, it'll make your videos look better. Well, go back a few months before I started using these lights, and then look at the quality. And then I was using the same camera. If you look at this year, I was using the same camera, and then as soon as I started using the Flora Lights, my quality, the HD quality, went through the roof. Everything looked better, crisper, and sharper. And that's all because of the lights. So, number one thing in videos is lighting. And after that, you can start working with the audio and stuff like that. So, there you go. Any comments or questions, feel free to leave them below, especially on the lights or gels and stuff like that. Don't forget to subscribe. I do all kinds of videos, whether it be for audio, for visual, lighting and cameras and all kinds of stuff like that. I also do a lot of gear reviews, and I'm also at the range a lot during the summer, so that's coming up quite soon. And we got a contest coming up, I think this month yet. So there you go. I'm Weaponeer. I'll catch you in the next video.